Hi everyone, Scrappy Cathy here with a combo, if ever there was one. First of all, it is Stash Dive Tuesday, and secondly, it is the SCRAPDOM monthly hop, which is moved from the first Monday of the month to the first Tuesday of the month. And both of those are random items. There aren't any rules other than kind of a guideline that you wouldn't use too much from the same collection and so forth. And that's never a problem for me. Well, occasionally I intentionally do one collection, but I'm also doing, today is the first of the month, and it's the 1st of March, which is an important date in that Calvinball starts. And Calvinball is all about random items. Now, at the time that I'm filming this, I don't have the Calvinball rules yet. So I'm going to put, within reason, within keeping with the theme of the page, I'm going to put items that I anticipate may become point-giving rules. So there may be a flamingo or a, I don't know, there may be a flamingo. Let's go with that. A seagull, a geotag, a car, a, I don't know, a cupcake, who knows? And it's his birthday, so the cupcake might make sense. I'm gonna hold the cupcake out. Anyway, I'm also using my Scrap Backwards kit for February. I had some scraps and some stickers that I really wanted to use, and so I intentionally went back and found a photo that would go with what I have left. So what I have left has these aqua blues. This is the front and back of a damask glove, a Sunshine Boulevard paper, which I absolutely love, and it has those citrus fruits. That also could be a Calvinball rule. And then I have these orange bits that can go kind of, there. And then I have this yellow that kind of picks up the yellow and the oranges and the lemons there. So, and I'm putting it all on a craft background because beach layouts I love on craft because it reminds me of sand. But it also, when I have a sticker sheet where instead of being crisp white, it's got a lot of cream in it. So especially a dark craft like this kind of sets off the cream color in there, and it pops like a white would on a normal page. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and we'll see where we go from there. So what I've done so far is I've cut pieces. Oh, I forgot to tell you. It's also the first day of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and this is the sketch for day 1, and it's from our good friend Lisa Sikorsky of Sikorsky Scraps, and it's from her Facebook group, Scrap-A-Sketch. So I think I have seen and maybe scrapped this before, but I'm going to do it very differently this time. For the floral clusters, I used a die. I wanted to kind of show you this. I just got this die yesterday. I bought it because it was on sale in the die cutting extravaganza at scrapbook.com. And it is an all-to-new die. And when I saw the cover of it, I thought I had 2 small dies and 1 large one. But in fact, you have 2 large ones. You have the polka dot one with the holes in it, and then you have the shadow, the back one, the one that you back it with. Well, I'm gonna let the little dots shine through whatever shines through. I only cut it out of one paper, but I kind of wanted you to see that. This is an absolutely gorgeous stamp or a die, and with a big flower, like a piece of floral ephemera from you know, a collection like Paige Evans or Vicki Boutin, or one that you die cut like this, it would be just outstandingly, extraordinarily beautiful. So I'm going to put that there. And what I've done is I've cut this up into pieces so that I can have a couple floral clusters that are layered. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, given that I'm going to kind of describe this, I have the one piece right back here, which is, I believe, 11 inches long and maybe 5 inches wide. And then I have this, which is going to go together to look like this long strip here. And then I have this little side strip there. And so that's going to kind of go like so. And then over here, I'm going to layer up as many different flags and banners and things like that as I can. I'm going to use some of these and some of these, even though those are starkly different colors than what you're going to see with some of these. So I'm going to start with the tags, and I only have 3 tags left on this sheet, but I'm going to use all 3 of those, and then I'm going to layer things in between and all around, and hopefully we'll fill up all the spaces and give a really layered, lush look over here on this side. So that's my plan, and we shall see what happens. First thing I want to do is get these pieces down, and I won't put the photo out there, but I will mark where it's going to be. Now this is going to be under the photo, and I think I want it on foam. And I'm going to put the foam kind of over on this side. And I'm going to line it up. Let's see if I can get that right. I think that's good. And then I'm going to put these on foam as well. Where's the other one? There it is. Let's see. That goes kind of like, it's supposed to go like this. Let me get it, make sure I get it straight. I'm lining it up with those waves. Although I don't think I did a very good job. Okay, where'd it go? There. And I was going to put the foam, I put the foam on the wrong side there. Let's do it like that. That gives me a chance to line it up again. And I'll put this one like so. Okay. Now I've got this. The photo will go like that, and I'll know it's gonna be about centered on this, and kind of See, under there. Okay. Now, let's get busy. I'm going to do the tags first. I'm going to punch the holes out in case I want to go back with twine. I don't, at the moment, I don't necessarily plan to use twine, but I'll take a look and see if I think they would look a lot better with twine. And if so, I'll do it. So I'm going to dry fit these right now, kind of put them at different different levels there. Let's see. That's too wide. Take a little bit off that. Okay, and here I'm gonna kind of, it's gonna hit the right there at a different place. Yeah. And I don't really want them to be necessarily equally spaced. I wouldn't mind layering up one over the other. And so I may cut that one down a fair amount. And then I'll put this one out there. And then we're just going to start going crazy. Up there. Okay. Now there are some arrows that could be layered on top. And I'm going to try, if I can, to use everything that's on this sheet. So the arrow, I'm going to put the arrow on kind of like that so you can see it and you can see the tail too, and the photo won't hide it. The photo's going to kind of go right there. I'm going to just kind of leave it there just for the time being. I've got this Surf and Sun label. I'm going to put some foam behind it and let it be one of the layers. And I don't care if we can't read the words as we go on. I might kind of slide that under here. I'd like it to be somewhat parallel. So for example, when I put the thing there, you won't see sun, but I can cover up that ampersand with, you know, something else. Okay, now my favorite of the arrows is this this one right here that has the parrot in the pretty flower. So maybe I'll put it, let's see, let's bring the photo back. Where can I put it with the greatest impact to the photo? Maybe right there. And it's kind of barely being supported on that. Let me pull this little guy and put it kind of underneath there. And the photo's going to be here, so it'll cover up the end of that. So I'll let this kind of be right there, but I'm going to put a tiny bit of foam at the end of it so it kind of sticks up. Let me get, it'll again give some dimension and some light and shadow interest there. Okay, and then this has moved around, so I'm going to double up the tape. And let me make sure that I have that placed right. There we go. I think that'll work. Let me try it out again. Okay, that pushed too far in. Get that back out. This is more trouble than it needs to be, actually. And it might help if I just put the photo on, right? Don't you think? I'm gonna anchor it with this big old long thing, and then I'll do another one there. That should work. I don't want to prevent being able to tuck anything under, but I think I have it far enough away from there that I should be all right. Let me put that under there. I want the margin here and here on this paper to be the same. And it isn't right now. So, you know what I'm going to do? One thing I can do that will help all of this is this can go further out that way. It's been stuck down for long enough that it's becoming permanent. And I hate that I'm tearing the paper, but that's what embellishments are for, right? I'm gonna kind of tape that back like that and move it over. Okay, that was kind of a hokey way to do that. Whoops, I've picked up one of my flags, so I won't get to use that one. That was kind of an ugly one anyway. Okay, now I'm going to do this and move it back over here. You know, if that's not exactly the same margin, I don't know that anybody's going to really notice or care. Okay, I've got this rest and relaxation with the toucan, and I can just go ahead and kind of put that out here. Well, I could do it right here, but I don't want it to compete with the parrot. We'll go here, keeping the wording, and I need one more little layer. This is going slower than I had anticipated, but I think in the end I'm going to like it. And then when we start putting all these random goodies on it, okay, that's kind of close to the same length as that, which I don't like. So I'm going to do it this way, overlapping this tag. And that is a difference in length, and I can put something right there. Okay, now we have another arrow, this kind of gold one, which might be nice right there. And I can kind of put it on this. That's good enough. And we have this one, which is like the print on one of his Hawaiian shirts. And it has a bird there. So it kind of needs to be pointing this way, or else if I do this, the bird's upside down. Okay, how are we going to solve this problem? How about just right here, there, kind of halfway on the photo mat and halfway off. And I'll have to put a piece of foam up at the top. When I do these random ones, I just go so wild with adding things, because it is fun. The videos tend to be pretty long. Okay, now I've got this little tab right here that says Our Adventure, and I can put it right here where it will it'll anchor that floral cluster that's going to be coming out of there. In the original, let me pull the original back up and remind myself, we've got a floral cluster that kind of overlaps the tags and then another one over there. So I may kind of be thinking about getting those flowers over there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the flowers. There's this cluster right there, and I've got a oh no, okay. I've got a leaf. Another leaf that could be added. I don't know if I like that one or just this one. Well, let me glue it in and we'll figure it out. This is obviously a Pink Fresh paper. That's a clearly Pink Fresh floral there. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of fold that one. And let it kind of seemingly come out from that same stem, but down at a lower level. So that works, and it ties in with that little label there, so that's good. And then I've got this kind of birthday cupcake here, since it was his birthday, and there's a piece of cake right there. I thought this might be good. And then this could maybe be where the other flowers come out. So it could maybe be something like so. Like that. Maybe even tuck it in under this, and then have this one coming out from under that tag, kind of like that. Actually, tell you what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to cover this tag up completely. I didn't necessarily plan on doing that, but I'm going to put this guy here and then let the flowers come from it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that guy off and let this kind of be like that. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, there. So we've got that going on. I need something for right in here. There is a striped arrow here that can go and I can overlap the photo with it. And then it seems like I should be able to come up with, how about a ticket? I'm gonna put let's go with an orange ticket. Maybe a bunch of tickets. Maybe a cluster of tickets stapled together. The orange, blue, and yellow. Okay, so here's where I have them all on my fingers, And then I get a couple of pieces of foam to separate them. I'm going to do the blue one at the back, and I'll do the yellow next. Kind of going that way. And then I'll do the orange. Let me turn this light on and see if we can, if that helps with viewing. I know it helps me be able to see, but I'm not sure if it works for you. Okay, there. Now then, if I can squeeze that there, it's a little too wide, so not a problem. We can bring it in. And let me slide it in here. You know, it'd be good if I planned some of these things, and then you could, then I'd know, you know, where to put each one. I like this little label right here, and I'm thinking it would be cute, maybe layered on itself, right on top of that kind of dull looking tag. And I have a blue arrow here, which I could kind of, I think would be kind of cute, pointing a different way, layered on top of an arrow that's pointing, you know, pointing the opposite way. Okay, let's see if I can pick this guy up. And let's see, to tell you where all these things are coming from, this is, this arrow is from a Bo Bunny collection from 2015 called Boardwalk. And the other stickers are from a Bo Bunny Beach Therapy. I think I said that one before. Actually, layered on top of this one might be kind of cute. Do I have another arrow? I do. I like this idea because it kind of draws your eye to that gold. That gold kind of disappeared. But I've got this one, which has that kind of color scheme there. And it might be cute just kind of right there. Just in case it doesn't stick on the craft. Because in fact, this craft is really cardboard. Okay. Where's... I want an arrow that goes on top of this, or something that goes on top of that. I've got a, let's see, no more arrows here other than one that's the exact same color. I've got a lot of these little triangles. There's another pale blue arrow here that could maybe go like that. That's got upside down fish. So in order for the fish to be right side up, I'm going to have to put the arrow going the other direction. That's okay. I'm cool with that. that actually kind of adds to the interest in this little corner of the page. Not that it's an actual corner, but you get my drift. Okay, now I'm gonna start taking some of these flags. I'm gonna select the colors I want. I'm kind of had it with the dull blues and golds. I like these reds and oranges. Maybe right there. Maybe one right there. Let's see. Where else could we use one? Here. And that red kind of shows through that tagged hole, and then I could do something similar here. I'm not see if we can do that and that, and then maybe this one there, and then I'll do a yellow one right here, and this blue one with the stars right there, and I'm going to do this little striped one right there. So that's a whole slew of layered little triangle flags. I think I'm not going to use these, so those can go in the recycle bin. I do want to use this, these little red striped half circles. I kind of like those. That might be something that could go, I'll figure out something there. How about one of those right there, and we'll do another one over here by these triangle flags. Okay, I definitely wanted to get that bright red in there. Now, the things I really love are these guys right here. And I'm wondering if I can do something like this. I want it to go out over the okay, and then I'll go here, I'll snip that off, and it kind of ends there. I like it. If I had it to do over, and I guess I kind of do, I'd put a little bit of foam underneath each of those, and I may do that off camera, just for the hell of it. There are these little polka dot blue things, but I'm almost thinking I don't need those. Now I'm gonna kind of go through and see what I can get from the other sticker sheets. I've got this little red bit that says relax, and I'm gonna put it on that blue guy. I should have put it there, right? I'm gonna find something for that. Summertime is the best. Well, that was not summertime. Aha, here we go. He's toasting a drink there. I can put this across there, and that will give us a little bit of interest on that kind of dull striped bit there. Okay, there. I'm not going to use anything else from that sticker sheet. That goes on the floor. This goes on the floor. I actually do want to use this little square and maybe this little flag. How about the flag right there? And maybe this kind of layered coming out that way. And I'll scooch that in. Okay. Silly. It's silly. I know it's silly. Okay, here's something I thought I'd use as the title, and I'm going to just kind of place it up here, knowing that I'm going to have to glue it later. It says my guy, and I'll have my on the top orange bit and guy on the bottom part. I don't think, let's see, I've got stars. I don't need another star. Stars are usually one of the things I add early on to the Calvinball points. There's nothing I see here that I need. This has a thing that says the perfect day, which is just absolutely, it absolutely was. Here's the, well, I don't think I'll do that. Making memories. That's kind of cool. I'm going to tack that onto there. Here is something I could have put on top of this guy, but instead I put this drink. Let me put the drink over closer so that I can fit the word happy onto here. And then I'll do that. Get this up. I don't want it touching photo paper. Okay. That goes there. There's some fish here. I don't think I need anything from here, although if it wants me to have gold or something, gold metallic, I have a, if it wants a map, I've got this little tab that has a map on it, and that can kind of sneak in right here behind the, and I don't have to use it all. I can save it in case I need a map later. It can fit in kind of right behind the flowers on the photo mat area. See if I can lift that up. There we go. Just made like a little tab out of it. And it has a little bit of gold. Well, no, that doesn't actually have any gold, but something I saw over here does. I'm going to cut the end of this label, and it has gold, and I'll put it kind of right behind. It's got a little line of pink on there too. So if it asks for gold, I've got it there. If gold gets me a point, I'll get the gold point. And I might go back and update the description on the video and add the number of Calvinball points that earned me and what they were all for. I don't do that on every layout. I don't put that out like on the video. In fact, I don't make very many videos of Calvinball layouts. I do most of them just over time, and I don't make videos. For them, but if I combine them with another challenge, then I do. And sometimes if my challenge goes live on Thursday, but I do the layout on Wednesday, I will use Wednesday's rules, and I'll state that when I post the page to the Calvinball directory as I'm counting points. Okay, so on here we have that rad thing again. I'm not going to use that. Here, I don't think there's anything I need to use. There were some birds on there, but they're gone. They've been used. Here, there's a little craft thing that says hello there, and it has birds on it. So if I need birds, I've got birds right here, and I can put it right there, and it doesn't really add to the... I don't think I need anything from there. There's another bit of craft looking stuff here. I'm going to use it because anywhere that I can tie in the craft background, I like doing that. How about if I did it here? Or up here, or here. Ah, I like that. I kind of don't like things to look like they're just stuck there for no reason. Although that's kind of the very definition of Calvinball, is sticking things there for no reason. But if you can make it kind of, I'm gonna have to turn this around to see what I'm doing here. If you can kind of make it make sense and be part of an overall thing that looks like a design, that to me, that adding that right there, it breaks the line which draws your eye, and that gives you, that brings your attention to the title. So if I can find something that can go under Guy here, that would be awesome. Ooh, look, there's an arrow. And there's a sunshine. That I could put under there if I cut it. Enough. There we go. And now I'm going to peel up the puffy sticker, and maybe move it over a bit so that it looks like I intended to put it in the corner. Now I've got this arrow which can go anywhere. How about if it wanted to go pointing at that set of arrows? Or is that too many arrows? I may not need this arrow, but it's such a pretty color and it kind of looks nice with that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the end off, and I'm going to keep that little piece of striped paper, and I'll keep this sunshine for another layout, but I'm going to put it right there, kind of over those little tabs that are sticking out. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I have a few more items. I had thought about fussy cutting some fruit, but I don't think I will. So I'm going to call this one done. I may, let's see, I'm going to do some splatters. And I'm going to do turquoise splatters. And I kind of like how the pink flowers stand out, but there are pink fruits on here and pink birds and a pink frosting on there. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense, I guess is what I want to say. It doesn't not make sense. Let's see if I can cover that up with I'm going to cover this up. And then I'll get some on the flowers. Oops, you know what? It's making like wet marks, but the pigment isn't sticking on the top. It's like the pigment is soaking in. The pigment stayed on the pink paper, but it isn't on the craft. That's crazy talk. Normally this stuff is really opaque. If I had done a kind of a water-based ink, I could understand that. I have a little bit of a mess to clean up on my mat here. Okay, I'm going to call this done. I'm going to take this off and lift it up and kind of show you. But this is definitely a scrapdom, and even if it's not a single, well, I'll get a single Calvinball point in that. I will, I've made a project. That gets you 1 point. So you get 1 point for that all the time. So even if that's the only point I get, even if nothing else on there gets me a specialty point, this is it certainly works for scrapdom. There are random items, a lot of them from the same sticker sheet. And I've got you know, papers and things from different collections. I've used things from probably 6 or 7 different sticker sheets, and certainly 1, 2, 3 paper collections. So hopefully the Scrapdom and Stash Dive Tuesday police won't come hunting me down and locking me up. So I'll see you next Tuesday for Stash Dive Tuesday, and next first Tuesday for Scrapdom, and tomorrow for Calvinball and all sorts of other foolishness and fun. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I love hearing from you, even when it's to tell me that my video is spinning and you can't watch it, or that my picture was, or my page was completely out of frame, which surprisingly enough, I get a fair number of those kinds of notes. So, bye.